A city is speeding across the wilderness, evading the horde of mutated creatures behind it. In this post-apocalyptic wasteland world, humanity can only rely on mobile city, surviving by plundering resources, scouting for talent, and hunting other fortresses to strengthen themselves. And you have just become the lord of the level 1 town, tomorrow, already facing severe challenges. Resources are scarce, talent is rare. Even the remaining energy will run out in 7 days, just as you are at a loss. A line of mysterious system intelligence appears before your eyes. Level 1 mobile city Azure, failed in attacking the monsters at Gross Mine. Intelligence value, common. 15 minutes later, 20 kilometers southeast, a level 1 iron vein will spawn. Intelligence value, good. At the edge of the rotten land, a convoy is trapped in a zombie horde. Intelligence value, rare. In 3 days, the wild level 1 boss Magma Swine Queen will descend upon the fire rain forest. Intelligence value, excellent. You carefully read the intelligence content. After a brief moment of euphoria, you chose the simplest second one, then immediately ordered your helmsman Tang Fong to change direction. Before long, a medium-sized iron vein appeared within sight. Tomorrow currently has 13 people in total. You brought everyone to work for several hours, before finally mining this iron vein completely. This time you mined 514 units of level 1 iron ore. It's already equivalent to a mobile city's weekly harvest. After finishing work, you return to the cockpit. Looking down at the third piece of information in the system panel, you can't help but become thoughtful. Should you save this convoy or not? Since this information is classified as rare, then it is undoubtedly very valuable. Perhaps this convoy is fully loaded with supplies, but the thought of the zombie horde quickly calms you down. Zombies are the most common level 1 monsters in the wasteland area, but even the lowest level 1 zombie horde is quite difficult to deal with. You can't help but sigh. If only you had level 1 artillery or level 1 heavy machine gun. After much deliberation, you finally make a decision. Adjust direction. We're heading to the land of decay. Then you follow the gangway and arrive at the small processing plant on the tomorrow. When you step into the production workshop and turn on the machine screen, the screen clearly displays all the items that can be produced. Various items show their corresponding costs. For example, forging a common axe requires 1 unit of iron ore. A heavy machine gun requires 150 units of iron ore. As for items with levels like level 1 mining pick and level 1 flashlight, they require even more resources to forge. In addition, you can also upgrade the city components on the tomorrow, such as light armor, propulsion tracks, circuit systems, etc. Currently, the items and city accessories that can be crafted on the tomorrow only total around 20, a pitifully small number. If you want to unlock more items and city accessories, you need to find ways to obtain precious resource design blueprint, refrigerators, computers, motorcycles, and even level 1 weapons, firearms, and artillery. As long as you obtain the corresponding design blueprint, you can invest in the production workshop to unlock that project and produce them. The main way to obtain design blueprints is by killing monsters for drop and resource point output. To deal with the zombie horde, you need to be fully prepared this time. After a series of operation, you manufactured 15 artillery shells through the production workshop, 2,000 machine gun bullets and 200 pistol bullets, directly consuming a full 150 plus level 1 iron ore. Over an hour later, the tomorrow arrived at the edge of the rotting land. The monsters occupying this area are a type of humanoid monster, Ratman. According to your arrangement, 2 people are responsible for operating the artillery, 4 people are responsible for operating the heavy machine gun. The remaining 4 people will follow you down to fight. Ammunition and blades have also been distributed, including 2 level 1 weapon, Borman dinner knife item level 1. Bonus effect, damage increased by 3%. Crafting requires 5 units of iron ore, level 1. Note, the production workshop does not have the design blueprint for this item. Therefore, it cannot be manufactured. These 2 level 1 weapons were dropped by monsters killed on the wasteland. You kept 1 dinner knife for yourself. The other one was given to your deputy, Old Joe. Soon, the lookout on the watchtower let out a startled cry. A zombie horde was discovered 1 kilometer ahead. You quickly made your way to the watchtower. What met your eyes were countless level 1 zombies. Their numbers reached a full 1 to 2,000. You soon spotted the convoy trapped within the zombie horde. The convoy consisted of 4 off-road vehicles and 2 trucks. Most had already flipped over. The 2 surviving off-road vehicles were tightly surrounded by zombies. Seeing this, you immediately made a decision. Let's move. We're saving them. A few minutes later, the heavy machine guns and artillery on the Mingri opened fire simultaneously. They rained fire madly upon the zombie horde. Explosions from artillery shells landing among them rose and fell one after another. But you watched and couldn't help but shake your head bitterly. Although this firepower was impressive, its actual lethal effect was very low. The machine gun bullets couldn't tear through the bodies of the level 1 zombies, and the artillery explosions couldn't destroy their bodies either. Only level 1 weapons could effectively inflict lethal damage on level 1 monster. By now, most of the zombies had been attracted by the Mingri. They began to turn and charge towards the Mingri. You looked up into the distance again. Because the Mingri had drawn the horde's attention, those 2 off-road vehicles had seized the chance to break free. But these 2 vehicles didn't speed away into the distance. Instead, they accelerated and chased after you, helping to fire upon the zombie horde. The zombies were chasing with extreme frenzy. At this very moment, several zombies had already climbed onto the hull of the Mingri Hail. You immediately drew your pistols and opened fire wildly. Ordinary pistols were equally ineffective at killing the zombie. They could only force the bodies to stiffen and retreat. Seeing the situation becoming increasingly critical, you drew the Borman carving knife from your waist and charged straight forward. As you swung the carving knife, the zombie's body in front of you was instantly torn apart like butter. You couldn't help but be surprised at the sight. This level 1 weapon is so powerful. Elated, you started killing the zombies with even greater effort. Half an hour later, the Mingri Hail, reaching its top speed, shook off the horde. Only then did you sit down to rest, feeling a sense of relief. While everyone was clearing the debris, you turned your head to look behind the city. Those two off-road vehicles were still following the Mingrahea. After confirming there were no monsters nearby, you ordered Tang Fong to stop the Mingrahea. Then, leading the other, you used the ship's elevator platform to descend to the ground. The two off-road vehicles also stopped near the Mingrahea. The doors opened and 6 figures stepped out. 5 men and 1 pretty young girl. Judging by their demeanor and action, it seemed this girl was the leader. Before the girl could speak, you waved your hand. I saved you. I need a reward. The men glanced at each other. The girl, however, gave a light laugh. Don't worry, we know what's appropriate. I believe this item is enough to express our gratitude. You see the girl take something out from her backpack and hand it directly to you. Your pupils instantly dilate upon seeing Blue Heart Potato Seed. Item level 1. Additional effect. After planting, it will fully grow in 1 week. You never expected that the thank you gift from the girl would actually be a level 1 crop. Compared to ordinary crop, level 1 crops have faster growth rates and higher yield. They are also the main food source for Mobile City. You tightly clutch this bag of Blue Heart Potato Seed. With this level 1 crop, the food supply for tomorrow's arc will no longer be a problem. You will be able to recruit more people. After storing the Blue Heart Potato Seed safely, you carefully observe the other party's group. Only then do you surprisingly notice that all their equipment consists of level 1 item. Even those 2 off-road vehicles are level 1. No wonder they could hold out for so long amidst the zombie horde. This convoy doesn't seem to be a survivor group, but rather, they come from a mobile city. They were clearly out searching for supply, but unfortunately got trapped by a level 1 zombie horde on the way. Our harvest in the Rotten Lands was quite good. Thank you for your rescue. We are from Roland Fortress. I am Lin Xia, the daughter of Roland Fortress's lord. While surprised, you nod to her. I am the lord of tomorrow's arc. After saying this, he turned around and led the crowd away directly. After returning to the ship tomorrow, you immediately had old Joe and the others sow the Blue Heart Potato Seed. You stood by, stroking your chin thoughtfully. Once the first batch of Blue Heart potatoes was harvested, then using the method of cutting the tubers into pieces to obtain new seeds and sowing them again, you would be able to obtain a continuous supply of food. As you thought about it, your mood couldn't help but lighten a bit. You could now recruit more people. At the same time, you also frequently opened the intel system, wanting to see if the intel had refreshed. After all, excellent grade intel was already quite valuable. Before long, a new piece of intel finally popped up. Even its grade was rare epic grade. However, when you saw its content, your expression immediately changed. In 3 months, the Wasteland area will be completely destroyed.